Tongan women produce Koloa. We weave, we make tapa. And Koloa equals treasure. Women in Tonga make treasure.
Tapa cloth, fine mats, and ta'awala. In Tongan culture, all of this is Koloa or treasure. Tongan women gather Koloa not for wealth, but to fulfill our cultural obligations to our families and communities.
Lea koe me ko hiri, koe tu marie pe ko haki whewhine o ki ai hane Koloa whakatonga.
Koloa is important because it's intergenerational, both the art form and the finished piece. We will wear them, gift them, and pass them down to future generations. But what if these pieces we so highly prize weren't being made in Tonga? This might look like a fine Tongan mat, but it was made here in this small fala factory in Indonesia. And Facebook pages like this one constantly advertise Koloa to Tongan customers around the world.
I saw on Facebook some advertising of falafihu, which is white, fine woven mat. And the thing is, it actually had Tongan motifs and also symbols that are uniquely Tongan. So I wrote them and said, how do we pay it? And the price was like a third or a quarter of what you normally pay for. I was silly and sent, that money. And then after that, they blocked me. And, it was really disappointing.
I just want to try it out, because these mats, they look familiar with the Tongan mats. They stole the picture from the Facebook. They see the pattern. They see that you can put pulasi on the sides. But Indonesians, they pull up the picture from Facebook and they see that fella and they will make it up exactly the same fella.
Many women in Tonga take up la'alanga or weaving to financially support the families.
Pakone mau me bu fai ko mo hoko yau ko maal pe ke ha ko he kolisi ko ma foki me pe ko stu ko nge tawala ko ma ha pe wala la ma ila foko ma totongi ako I au ko ni ka pa tu fa ta we fa fini mangea ko la wala nga tawala ta I ma hina ta But
for an Indonesian-made fala?
Right now in the market, they sell it for $400 US for 20 feet. $400 US. That's 900 paanga.
Tako winga e afela ia kakai ki mea Indonesia. Tau ila mo tau no tau fonuan ko tau masiva fa paanga. Pa pa pe ke tau afe tato o fa tau mea ko unga ko ni mama.
Cheaper doesn't always mean better. Tongan weavers prepare their plants in a particular way, which means they'll last longer. Some buyers have shared that the Indonesian mats they purchase are prone to breaking. Tongan weavers speculate that people may have come from Indonesia to learn how to weave Tongan mats, or that they were taught by a Tongan. Either way, it's been damaging for the small business.
Pe pa ton pe hanga tau pureanga to fa halau. Ela wa pe o tau te aki nau tolo a fonua no hanga o to e kopi e tau me to fa halo a tau tolo. Pe mo to e fa ai pe ka tau tolo ka pau ke tau to e lala ai to ke fa fo o fangi. Ko e ke lava ko ke tau to e hoko atu ko o te tau fa tau mi ko lo fo na nga o to waki haki.
I won't use the Indonesian mat for any of my application or any of my occasions. I won't do it for a Koloa, for my Vava'u, or I won't do it for a Koloa to take it to the nobles and stuff like that. I'll never use it. The only thing that I'm going to use it just for the falik.
The ABC has reached out to the Indonesian factory accused of making the mats and the alleged scam, as well as the Tongan sellers of these mats, but we've received no response.
Now, that's an interesting point that Joycelyn makes about copywriting this practice, because I know that other Indigenous cultures are already doing that. Like here in Australia, elements of Indigenous knowledge are protected by intellectual property laws. But can that be done in Tonga?
Well, Marion Kupu has spoken to Tonga's Ministry of Trade and Economic Development about the story, and they say that the practice of lālanga or weaving can't be protected because weaving is not only unique to Tonga. What can be protected are the kupesi, the Tongan designs, the traditional designs displayed on those mats. Those are unique to Tonga and the Pacific.
Well, do you think that it's possible that the Indonesian mats will one day replace the Koloa?
Well, there's already a push to buy and use Tongan Koloa. I don't know if it's possible to stop foreign weavers from making these copycat mats, but there needs to be a conversation between the foreign weavers and Tongan advisors so that they understand the cultural context behind the mats and what they're making.
I have a feeling that this conversation is something that will continue on, but feel free to have your say online via ABC Pacific socials.